Hi, Bulldogs. It's Miss Sambothy, and it's kind of our first week after spring break, and I just wanted to reach out and say hi. We miss you guys. Mrs. Byer and I have been talking about ways that we can stay connected with you, and one of the ways that we've thought about is doing kind of a weekly video log, just a little message to say, hey, hi, we're thinking of you, and to share some strategies or ideas or thoughts that we've had from other people about how to stay connected and take care of ourselves. This has been kind of an interesting week, learning about how we are going to continue our learning throughout the rest of this semester, both as a parent and as a counselor for you guys. Lots of new challenges coming up, and I don't know that any of us are super prepared for all of these challenges, but I know that we will work together as a Bulldog family to figure out how to stay connected, how to get through this last semester, and how to really be ready for next year and what's coming with school. Just kind of some thoughts that I've been having. With my asthma, I'm considered high risk for this COVID-19. So my 17-year-old daughter decided, over a week ago, that I needed to be really careful and work on that social distancing. I needed to not go out into the public places like the grocery store, Costco, and things like that. So she started doing all those things for me, running errands, which has been really nice. But then it wasn't long, and she realized that while I was staying home, she was still going out and interacting with the public and could potentially be bringing that virus into the house and to me, as we're still very close to each other, still spending a lot of time together while we were home. So she decided that I really needed to be kind of more self-contained, I guess, really a little bit more isolated, even from her. So we started instituting that 6 feet, distance to kind of to keep me as healthy as I can be so that I don't come down with this virus. So the last week has kind of been tough for me. It's been a challenge. It has at times been fine. There are lots of times that I kind of like being on my own. I've got my dogs, and they've been hanging out with me and been going for walks and things like that. But there's been times when it's really felt depressing being so isolated and separate from my daughter, who I enjoy spending time with. So somebody on Facebook feed yesterday or the day before had posted something about how we really should use the term physical distance instead of social distance. And because of the negative connotations or feelings that can come with that idea of socially distant. And that really connected with me because it was exactly how I had been feeling for a few days, feeling very isolated and on my own, and it was causing some stress and anxiety. So yesterday I really made an effort to think of myself as not being socially distant, but being physically distant. Physically distant just means that I'm not going to be right next to you. We're going to give air hugs instead of physical hugs. We're going to blow kisses from across the room instead of, being right next to each other and being able to give her a kiss on the cheek or something. So yesterday was a much easier day when I started thinking about this as social distancing, as physical distancing instead of social distancing. It was easier for me to be positive and have a good day because I wasn't feeling socially isolated from others. So maybe that's something that would connect with you guys too, as far as, not feeling like you have to be socially distant from other people. I think it's awesome the way I see people connecting with FaceTime, with Zoom, doing these meetings. Actually, a bunch of my family members, my cousins, were scattered all over the country, and we just talked on Messenger this morning about, let's do a Zoom family meeting. Let's get us all together, just see each other, feel connected. And, that's something that we hadn't thought of before. So I just think that's kind of cool in a way. This physical distancing is bringing us a little bit closer together in some ways, and I'm going to take that as a positive. I'm hoping that maybe that's one of the lessons that we learn through this, is that we don't give up on that, and that we continue to do things to stay connected with others even when we don't need to be physically distant anymore. So Bulldogs, again, just know, please, that Mrs. Beyer and I are thinking of you. We really care about you and we miss you. Your principals miss you. Your teachers miss you and care about you. Our custodial staff, our cafeteria staff, our paras, we all care about you and we're there for you. So please reach out to us if you need something, if you're worried about a friend, or if you just have questions about what this is going to look like. Don't hesitate to reach out to us. That's what we're here for. We're going to get through this as a Bulldog family. We look out for each other. We take care of each other. That's what Bulldogs do. So thanks so much. We'll talk again soon. Okay? Bye, guys.